guys, and welcome back to my channel. So if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Eleanor Josefina and I am a model and a new YouTuber as of a couple of months ago. And normally I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 1 p.m. But right now we are in the middle of Vlogmas, which basically means I'm posting every single day until Christmas. So it's a little bit crazy of a ride, but make sure you subscribe and hit that little bell button if you want to stay up to date with every single new video that I post. So yeah, you guys, the giveaway is officially done. If you are new here, I just did a giveaway a couple of weeks ago and we did have 3 winners. 2 of them have received their prizes and 1 of them I am still waiting to hear back on. But yeah, I will be doing a couple of giveaways throughout this Christmas season. I have one coming up in one of my next videos and I'm giving away a lipstick kit I actually got to model for the company, which is really exciting for. And then they gave me a free kit myself, which I don't really need. So I'm just going to be giving that away in a couple of weeks to come. So be on the lookout for that, but without further ado, let's get into this video. So you guys, there are like a ton of different modeling types. I didn't really realize it until I started to write them all down, but there's about 15 different categories of modeling. So if you're debating about being a model, or if you don't know if you could be a model, just like stay till the end, listen to all just like the different modeling categories and then just decide. But in this video, I'll describe what type of modeling it is, and then I will describe like kind of like the requirements you need to get into that modeling category. So the first category, and probably the most competitive, is runway. And runway and fashion modeling kind of go hand in hand. You have to be very tall, at least 5'8", if not 5'9" or taller, to get into this type of modeling. But runway is exactly what it sounds like. You will be walking the catwalk, showing off designers' clothes. The next type of modeling is fashion, and again that goes hand in hand with runway. You do have to usually be pretty tall. Around 5'8" to 5'9" is kind of the shortest runway and fashion model I have really ever heard of. If you're shorter than that, that doesn't mean you can't get into modeling. It just means that it might be a little bit more difficult for you to get into the kind of fashion, high fashion modeling realm. A lot of high fashion and runway happens in New York, which can be quite expensive to live in. But if you do want to be a high fashion or runway model, I would say look into agencies in New York. The next type of modeling is what I do, and that is commercial and lifestyle modeling. And this is modeling you will see a lot in like Target and American Eagle. It's very like happy, smiling, laughy, like Target magazine kind of modeling. Again, this is the modeling that I do and I absolutely love it. You get to work with great people, and again, it's a lot of like smiling, happy. High fashion runway is more like moody looks. Commercial and lifestyle is more like happy looks. A recent famous model, Ashley Graham, she said that commercial modeling actually can pay better than high fashion and runway modeling, just because there's more work and you'll work with big companies like Target, which I've actually worked for Target multiple times, and they do pay very, very well. The next category of modeling is a curvy or plus size model, and these are women over the size of probably a size 10. So if you're over a size 10, I would look into being a curvy or a plus size model. I'm not sure about the height requirements. I think the shortest curvy model I've ever seen is probably about 5'6", but usually they do have to be still 5'8" or 5'9", if not taller. It is a new category of modeling that's absolutely booming. So if you do find yourself size 10, 11, 12, or larger, then I would say look into curvy size modeling. A lot of agencies are really, really looking for women who have curvier body types because again, the fashion industry is changing and they are wanting to see people of all different shapes and sizes. The next type of modeling is something that was not a type of modeling back when I started 10 years ago, and that is fitness modeling. And this is exactly what it sounds like. It's working for companies like Adidas, H&M, Eastbay, and it is modeling their clothes. For fitness modeling, you will have to be pretty darn fit. I have done some fitness modeling for Adidas and Eastbay. I've also modeled Nike clothes and Puma clothes. And this was a couple of years ago when I was a little bit more fit, but you do have to be pretty fit if you're doing this as a man or a woman. You will need to be someone who knows what they're doing in the gym, because you might be working with weights or running on a track. So just make sure you are physically fit and know the equipment that you would typically find in a gym. The next type of modeling is something that I also do, and that is parts modeling. So for parts modeling, I model a lot of jewelry. So they'll use my hands, they'll use my collarbone, and then they'll use my ears for earrings. And so they'll just use literally that part of my body to model jewelry on. So other types of parts modeling can literally be feet modeling or hand modeling or leg modeling. If you are under 5'6", you would be considered a petite model. And again, that's exactly what it sounds like. Anyone who's petite and under the height of 5'6", maybe even 5'5". And petite models usually model things like swimsuits or dresses. I personally don't know a lot of petite models. I know women who are shorter in size that work in commercial and lifestyle modeling, but I do know it's a big category out maybe more in LA. The next type of modeling I have tried, and that is promotional modeling, and that is promoting a product, whether that's a makeup line or whether that is a different product. So I have done this for two things. I have done this for car shows where we literally stand and we hand out pamphlets and magazines and we talk about the cars. And I've also done this outside of, I think it was like a Hollister way back when. That was one of my first gigs I ever got. It was outside of a Hollister, and I had to hand out like coupons outside of this Hollister or Abercrombie & Fitch or something like that. I can't exactly remember, but that was like one of my first modeling gigs that I got. And so that's basically promotional modeling. It's handing out pamphlets, smiling, looking happy, answering questions, and you have to be pretty intelligent and aware of what the product you are, not that you're necessarily selling it, but you need to be educated on what the product is. The next type of modeling is glamour, and I think you pronounce it Bordeaux modeling. That's kind of like your lingerie, a little bit more sexy type of photo shoot. I have not done this personally, but the one thing I will say about it is just be careful, be safe, because once your photos are out there, they are forever out there. The next type of modeling is being a mature model, and that is anyone over the age of 50 years old or older. Depending on what you look like, you could be a mature model at the age of 40 or the age of 60. Again, it just depends on if your hair is gray, if it's not gray yet, and it just really depends upon the person, but it is someone who looks at least 50 years or older, and they are called a mature model. There's not a lot of models in this category, and because there's not a lot of models in this category, there is a lot of work for the models that are in mature modeling, because a lot of people at the age of 50 don't think that they can be a model, so therefore there are a lot of open spots for mature models to be in. So if you're over the age of 50, or you know someone who's over the age of 50, ask them to maybe try out and be a mature model. And the next thing is an Instagram model, and I know people don't think of Instagram modeling as being a type of modeling, but it is, because honestly all modeling is you getting paid to promote a product, whether you're wearing the product or promoting the product, it doesn't matter. And obviously this is a very new category because social media is so new, but if you have a lot of followers, I would say maybe like 5,000 or more, I would look into modeling some products for some companies and then asking them to pay you for posting their product on your Instagram feed. All right, guys, 4 more, and the next one is male modeling, and that is because again, a lot of guys don't think that they can be models. It's only like things for like females, but obviously men can be models too. If you have a boyfriend or a dad or a brother, he might want to check into being a male model, and there are different requirements for men and women modeling. For men, you have to be the height of 5'10" to 6'2". For women, the shortest usually is like 5'6", unless obviously you're a fashion or a runway model, but the shortest is usually 5'6" up to 6 feet tall. So next type of modeling is teen modeling, and I love teen modeling because that's where I honestly started. So if you find that you are 19 years older or younger, you fit in this category of teen modeling. And honestly, I think this is one of the best types of modeling just because you have a lot of support from your parents, you have a place to stay, you have someone paying for your food, you're just going to school. Because once you become an adult, you then have to find your own place to pay for. You have to pay for your food. But if you start out as a teenager, you can build your portfolio and your modeling experience before you move out of your parents' house, and then you will already have an established modeling career. The next type of modeling is child modeling, and this is anyone under the age of 12, and this could be from anywhere from babies to the age of 5 to 10. So honestly, this would be for maybe if you have kids. Honestly, it is a great way to pay for your child's college very early. I did it with my sisters at a very young age. We used to model for Macy's all the time, and then we stopped for a while, and then as a teenager, when I was 15 years old, I got back into modeling, and I'm so happy I did because I was able to put a lot of money away, again, to pay for school, to pay for my car as a very young teenager, and then was just able to save up a lot of money. The one thing I will say about child modeling is you will always go on the photo shoots with your child, but also your child will need a new headshot every single year. Just because kids change so quickly from year to year, they grow so fast that you will need to update their headshots every single year, and this can cost anywhere from $100 to $200. The last type of modeling I have for you guys is actually acting. And I know you might think like, well, that's acting and then there's modeling. Honestly, I'm more of a model than an actress, but I do act from time to time, and acting can actually pay a lot of money. And just like modeling, acting is just promoting a product, whether you're shooting a commercial for Target or shooting a commercial for some medical product, you're just promoting a product. And honestly, acting can pay very well. If you land yourself a commercial, every time that commercial airs, you will get a portion portion of that profit. So if a commercial airs, you know, 100,000 times, you will get 18 cents every single time that commercial airs. So I've literally heard of people being 12 years old and doing a commercial, and they have made $10,000 off of that commercial. I'm not even joking. So it is a great way to earn extra money if you're a model and an actress at the same time. And honestly, anyone from any age or any sort of body type, from like short or tall, thin, curvy, doesn't matter. Anyone can be considered an actor or an actress. Okay, you guys, one last thing is different areas of the United States or different parts of the United States will have different types of modeling. So like LA will have very like beachy, swimsuity looks. New York will be more like high fashion and runway, and the Midwest is more like lifestyle, commercial, kind of like Target ads. So depending on where you live or what type of modeling you want to get into, you might have to move to a different city or a different state. But honestly, you guys, you will be able to find every single type of modeling in every single city. So you guys, I hope that really helps. I have just made a series of modeling videos that I will leave all of them down linked below, and all of them talk about and get into more detail about how to be a male model, how to get into female modeling, how to get into modeling if you're a teenager, and then how to get into modeling if you live outside of the United States and you want to model inside of the United States. So again, I will leave those down in the description box below. Please leave me any comments or questions you have down in the comment section below. I would love to answer any sort of questions that you guys may have. But yeah, you guys, it'd mean the world to me if you could give me a thumbs up on this video if you liked it. Also, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the little bell button, because that will notify you every single time I upload a new video throughout this crazy time of Vlogmas. But that is it, you guys. I love you all so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, you guys.